I'm Robert Freeman, and I'm getting a second chance at opening up my dream restaurant at the Itis. I would do a couple things differently that would really make this pop. With the entrepreneurial lessons that he's learned, and like what learns and what does and does not work, and most of it was like the seating, and this being a primarily like sleep there vibe place that really didn't have like a lot of margins. There's just a couple things that he could do that would really set it off and make this possibly work. First off, he has to get rid of the self hating black man as the hostess. Don't even know how that got okayed. You get rid of that and make this a place that you can book on Open Table because I highly doubt it. This man has a pen and paper. Open Table, Resi. It's got to be bookable online because it's 2025. So, like, if this is going to make a comeback, it's got to be like online. This just makes sense. And then I would also just rethink his menu. He had these like big, heavy dishes that he took from like Sunday dinner to this restaurant, but like he could easily do some tapas that would make it like easier to prep beforehand, and also allow people to taste more of the menu and focus less on like passing out after the meal versus like tasting, hanging around, creating kind of like a atmosphere of curiosity because you want people curious to like keep coming back to your restaurant. And then after all those necessary changes happen in the restaurant for like flow, the back end operations need a bit of work. And it really starts at the top. I would do a deep dive and do a Gallup Strength Finders activity for all leaders involved in the restaurant, whoever that general manager is, and the owner operator, Robert. We would sit down and find out what your strengths are and read the strengths based like leadership version of this book and dive deep in because a lot of times with like, most every time with a business owner, their own personal work and like development shows up in the business. So if you don't have a preferred personality test, this one is one of my favorites, but this Myers-Briggs, insert any of them here, they all work. But having a solid handle on this will show up in the business and the consistency of knowing where your strengths are. And I think all of these things combined would set the Itis 2.0 up to be a solid business. And selfishly, I would want to go. I want this in real life. So somebody pick this up and say, all right, I'm going to take all these great things and open up this version and let me know, and I'll be there. Would y'all be there?